Hello, I'm Meredith Haynes for CBC Now, and welcome to the Community Blood Center. We are glad you made the choice to be here with us today, because without caring people like you, we couldn't help those in need. Today, you're going to actually hear other CBC donor stories and discover why they chose to donate. We're going to give you a few health tips, and we're speaking with Dr. Jay Minitov. He's the Executive Director and Medical Director of the CBC. He has a lot of information to share. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show. Did you know about 1 out of every 7 people entering a hospital needs blood? Did you know someone needs blood every 2 seconds? Did you know 1 pint of blood can save up to 2 lives? Did you know 99% of the blood collected by the CBC stays right here in our community to help the patients in our local hospitals? Now you know why it's vital to donate blood, but sometimes it's reassuring to hear from others who've benefited from CBC and donors like you, someone like Joe Fiorella.
I was 2 blocks from my house. I had just left off my wife and 18-month-old son. A young guy who had been doing a lot of things he shouldn't have been doing, laid down about 140 feet of skid marks and blew through a stop sign and hit me right in the driver's side door. And obviously that night and the next day or two, I needed 13 units of blood. Certainly at the time of the accident, I had 1 son. Since that time, I was blessed with 2 more. So the donor of that blood should believe that they not only saved my life, but certainly gave life to 2 more children that were born after that time.
Okay, it's quiz time. We all know that giving blood helps the lives of others, but did you know that donating blood may be beneficial to your health too? How? Let's see if you know the answer. Donating blood, A, raises oxygen levels in red blood cells. B, reduces stores of iron in the bloodstream. C, lowers cholesterol levels. D, improves the flow of platelets throughout the body. Made up your mind? The correct answer is B. Donating keeps the body's circulatory system healthy as it reduces stores of iron, and high iron levels may increase the risk of heart disease. Every time you donate blood, you're helping others. Whether it's your first, your 50th, or your 100th time, donating blood is making a difference.
For me, the meaning of being a donor is that I'm able to contribute something to my community. I'm able to help somebody. You quite possibly could save a life. Just that knowledge alone should be enough. I mean, my gosh, you know, why wouldn't someone want to do that? It's a very small, if you want to call it, sacrifice on your time and your part to do so much for other people. And I couldn't encourage a person more. Try it. Just try it.
We're here today with Dr. Jay Minatov. He is the Executive Director and Medical Director of the Community Blood Center. We're actually going to be speaking with him today about the CBC's role in our community. Welcome, Dr. Jay Minatov. Dr. Minatov, on average, how many donors per day does the Community Blood Center need?
Community Blood Center and the patients in our area need approximately 580 pints of red cells every day.
That's 580 donors?
580 people every day coming in to roll up their sleeves, help someone in our community.
Now, how does that translate into lives saved?
Approximately 3 units of blood are given to every patient who receives a transfusion during an average transfusion episode. So that's 190 people every day.
What is the shelf life of blood, platelets, and plasma?
Well, red cells have a shelf life of 42 days. So 43 days from now, when you donated today, that blood, if it hasn't been transfused, and almost all of the blood that's collected is transfused, that blood will not be available for patients. Platelets have a short half-life, 5 days, so the urgency and the need is extremely high. Plasma, on the other hand, is frozen after it's collected. That has a shelf life of 1 year.
How many days does testing take?
If you donate today, we will test that blood tomorrow, and the results will be available sometime late afternoon tomorrow.
Speaking of testing, tell us about the new infectious disease testing lab.
We have an absolute state-of-the-art facility that we started using last September. It's located about a mile from our main headquarters building. It's on the 4th floor of the building, excellent lighting, brand new equipment. It is absolutely phenomenal.
How can people become donors?
The easiest thing to do is to be wanting to be a person who wants to help someone else. Someone who wants to roll up their sleeves, share their good health with someone. And probably the easiest way to do it these days is to go online at savealifenow.org.
Dr. Minatov, tell us about the CBC's and the hospital partners' use of red blood cells, platelets, and plasma.
Well, the hospitals get their blood from donors in our community. We collect it, process it, and then send it out to the hospitals so that they have blood on their shelves when it's needed. Remember, if there's an accident or an emergency, the blood that's on the shelves is going to be the blood that saves lives. And the blood that's donated today will be available in a few days to save lives down the road.
Other than the obvious saving a life, what other benefits does a donor receive from the Community Blood Center?
Well, the biggest benefit that a donor gets is intangible, and that's the satisfaction of doing something for someone else. Now, there are some tangible things. We do a mini physical, so you know your pulse rate, you know your blood pressure, and blood pressure is obviously something that's very important to know about. And then as a value added, we do cholesterol testing. So if you look at the big risk factors for heart disease, when you donate blood, you get several of them, and the information is available to the donor.
On behalf of the staff here at the Community Blood Center and the thousands of patients who are benefiting from these services, we'd like to thank you for giving your time today. Your commitment ensures a better tomorrow for all of us, and without it, we couldn't do our jobs. I'm Meredith Haynes for CBC Now. We hope to see you here again very soon.